What is going down, everyone? It's time for Mojobreak.com, The Hype, episode 278. We are getting closer to 300. So if you haven't joined our Facebook group, Mojobreak The Hype, we need some friends over there. Also, put some input on what should we do for episode 300 because it is going to be a banger. So go ahead and comment there or on our Facebook, Instagram, what you want us to do. So we got to top episode 200 because if you haven't seen episode 200, we had guests like Bob Saget, rest in peace. We had Kanye East.
One of my favorite shows.
We had the Roast Master General on the show. So it's going to be very hard to top that one, but we will do our best. But for this week's episode, we're going to talk a little industry conference tops. We're going to talk the great slam dunk GOAT, Mac McClung. I guess everybody's collecting him now for some reason, so we're going to talk about that. We got Cup hockey. We've got new releases. We've got this and that. We're going to compare some players in the NBA. So we've got a fun show here for you guys. Always join in breaks at mojobreak.com. We're breaking the newest releases, whether it be Cup, whether it be Phoenix, Rookies, and Stars. Go check out a break over at mojobreak.com. If you want a box, we got mojobreakshop.com to go to. Check out those prices. We're always very competitive. Fast shipping. Get you your boxes quick. Lots of stuff going on with us. Guys, how is it going today?
It's going great. Who's Mac McClung?
Never heard of him.
It's a beautiful day in California, and I want to say Matt McClung saved the slam dunk contest. It is probably one of the more interesting ones in the last decade.
Basketball?
Huh?
Did he save basketball? Did he save the
basketball? No.
Did he save the rookie class?
We understand that the slam dunk contest has been such a drag for like almost my entire life, pretty much since Jay Rich won it, for as a dub back in the days. Like that was like how long ago was that? Like 20 years ago?
Didn't Blake Griffin jump over a Kia?
He jumped over the hood.
No. Wait, the Kia thing was stupid. It was bad. It's
I didn't see you do it.
He jumped over the hood of a car. Very impressive to jump over the hood of a car.
Yeah.
We are forgetting. I think the NBA did themselves a disservice. The same, because they're like, here are all of the dunks that got or all the dunkers who got at least 350s. You see Vince Carter. You see, I forgot about Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon in the same dunk contest. Each got 350s. They were incredible. It was only 2016.
That one was okay.
And then I saw it was pretty good.
The Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon one?
That was good.
I think
that was a classic.
I think it went downhill after the LeBron James one.
Which one?
Come on.
The one that he never went
that
to.
He'll never do.
Why? I mean, he doesn't need to.
But
all the greats before him
But
did
seeing
it.
those other dunks.
All the greats before him did it.
Yeah.
All the
Kobe,
greats.
Michael.
Seeing those other
Spud
dunks
Webb,
and then seeing
Dominique.
McClung's.
Did Shaq do it?
Seeing which ones and seeing McClung's?
Seeing all the ones that have ever gotten 50s. And then McClung's. Which, again, best performance in a dunk contest, I think.
You understand he's
since that
6
era.
foot tall, right?
I get 5'11", I think, right? Isn't he technically 5'11"?
He is a short man.
I get it.
Short king.
I get it. He's a short king. I get 100 respect.
Oh.
But,
Spud Webb is like 5'7".
Yes,
it's
exactly.
It's more impressive.
Be 5'7" and do it.
Are we going into Matt McClung first? Might as well.
We're already into it.
The slide is Big Mac boom. But yeah, the cards skyrocket after the dunk contest. What team is he on?
We don't know. He's on the
I see it on there. I do.
But I think
his cards are on the Warriors, Lakers.
But he was on he was drafted by the Warriors, right?
He went to the Lakers.
And he
got picked up by the Lakers after the Warriors waived him because they didn't need him.
I thought it was the opposite. Wasn't it that he was on wasn't he on the Lakers?
No, I think the Warriors drafted him and he got waived and then the Lakers picked him up. And then he got waived.
But this has got to be there can't be a dumber investment here, right? Than Matt McClung.
I would say in general, we see this with all slam dunk contests. The guy that wins cards usually get pumped for like a week or two.
Except for Dennis Smith Jr.
Dude.
I forgot he even won. He won?
Dude, that is my guy,
Wait a
man.
minute.
Okay. DSJ will have a better NBA career than Mac.
Well, I can't dispute that.
Come on, dude.
He's out. He was actually doing pretty good this
How many
year.
minutes does Matt McClung average in a game?
I don't think he's on the team.
He has never played an NBA game.
No.
Yeah.
Never.
So DSJ is a beast.
Zero.
Him right now.
I mean, good
right
for him.
now.
He got his bag. He doubled his salary because I think he got $105,000 for the championship.
I mean, look, it's a great story.
I didn't know if you're not on an NBA. If you're like in the G League, you can be in the slam dunk
Well,
competition.
I think
That's
because,
how far down the tubes the NBA slam dunk.
Right. It's because of what's happening where nobody wants to do it.
Just
for whatever
bring it.
reason, they have to do
Do
this.
they still have like the And One mixtapes?
Oh, yeah, let's do
Bring
that.
them, man.
Yeah,
Just let them
good
go
call.
for it.
Good call.
I don't think they can dunk anymore.
Yeah,
No, I mean,
a lot of those guys.
Well, it can't be the same guys.
There's got to be a new
It
group.
has to be like a new group.
You mean like the new group of street
I was
ballers
gonna say,
from
yeah.
New York?
Maybe if
Yeah.
you're doing the AARP dunk contest, then maybe we got a shot there. But yeah,
Who is
no,
it?
those guys
Professor?
the professor. Yeah,
Professor.
that's not. Yeah.
and the guy who was on the Magic.
Oh gosh, name's not coming to me.
Skip Malou.
Ah, yes.
Skip to my Lou. Yeah.
Skip to
my
Rafer Alston.
Yep. But with this McClung cards, like I was looking over it before the show, of like, wow, these numbers are crazy. I mean, they were selling for like $1 a week ago, and now there's one on here $999.
Yeah.
But the thing I saw, I think out of like 25 cards, I saw only one that had a bid, and the rest were either best offer or best offer acceptance.
Yeah, I mean we're
shill.
getting some shill bidding here. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean I agree with Doug. Probably not the best basketball card investment you can make at the moment.
And if you were the guy that stashed away Matt McClung, this is like the equivalent of like, Tom Cruise coming through in the Super Bowl, right? Like,
yeah.
that bet. Wasn't there
Exactly,
a bet? There was
yeah.
a bet like that Tom Cruise was going to parachute into the Arizona Stadium. That is about the same odds here of buying Matt McClung when he was a
well, I
rookie.
think
That
also the
that
result.
didn't happen.
Why didn't that
Yeah,
happen?
that's-
What? Come on.
I think also the results of just like if you were in a bunch of breaks and you just happened to get the Matt McClungs, you were chasing whoever else you were chasing.
They
right?
probably threw him away at this point.
I don't know about throwing away, but
Dollar bins.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if
Well,
you
think about what you could have done if you were prospecting Mac McClung.
You didn't even say his name right.
Yeah, I'm just I have to.
Oh,
keep-
actually, it is Mac, isn't it?
it's Mac.
Mac,
I thought it was Matt.
It's not Matt.
To right now.
Matt,
I was today years old when I figured out it
Dude,
was Mac
well, I'll tell you
McClung.
right now,
Mac, yeah.
with technology that we have in these slides, reading, I'm pretty good at it.
Look, we're all making fun of them, but
I like how you're like, you literally called me, you're like, Mac, like you can't even say his name right.
I mean, it says right there, Big Mac Boom.
Well, I was
On
thinking the
slide.
Mac
Here,
for
I'll
the
even
MC,
show everybody watching. There it is.
fellow
Big Mac.
Irishman. I mean,
Yeah.
I should.
no, I mean, his name is Mac.
Mac McClung.
I will say, I remember before the dunk contest, I saw Mac McClung, and I'm like, who? And I went out and said it, and our two of our youngest employees here, Ty and Greg, were like, Mac McClung! Oh my gosh, Mac McClung's at the dunk contest? Went, whoa, I've never felt older than what's happening right
no
now.
kidding.
Why do we care? And so maybe what I'm trying to say is maybe there's a generational divide here, and there's
Did he
real
have
Mac
a
McClung
good like college run?
He-
Because both those guys are really into like college basketball. So I'm assuming
So he got viral.
high school. Okay,
High school.
Okay,
High school dunk contests. He got viral via the social media account Overtime, which Overtime Elite Basketball is part. They're the
Okay.
ones who do that league. And that clip of him doing dunk contests was like more popular than any clip they had ever posted.
I remember this clip now.
Yeah.
I remember because he was like a short kid. He did like a crazy dunk that went viral.
Well,
I remember now.
That's great.
And he
'cause
went to Georgetown.
and he made it.
He's a
he,
Hoya.
he made it. Like
He made it.
he went viral in high school, and now he won a NBA All-Star Game slam dunk.
It's a great story.
It's a great story.
The moment NBA action begins as we're on Thursday night.
We will move on.
Yes.
15 minutes of fame. Do you think he gets more time on the court now?
For the Sixers?
Yeah, how does he?
No.
They're
that's-
they're
that's
too
too
good
good a
seed,
team.
right? Or they're the first or second
Yeah,
seed?
there's just
They're
no
up there.
room for him on that.
I mean, if they're getting
don't see
blown out by 30 or 40, they might throw him in there.
Be kind of cool to see, like, if they make it far, like, let's put Mac McClung on the playoff roster. He gets a dunk at the end of the NBA Finals or something. That would be kind of cool. But
Can Austin
that's
Reeves
about
dunk?
it. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves.
From the Lakers, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
Good dunk?
He's not 6
He's
foot.
coming
he's
up
not,
a lot.
He's not
I did a
5'11",
Mac
though.
McClung search, and Austin Reeves came up a lot. I don't know.
Who is the guy? Big Country. Brian Reeves?
Oh wait, are you talking to the big hefty guy from in college? Is that
No,
who
I'm
we're
talking about the guy who used to play
okay.
back in the day for the Vancouver Grizzlies.
Oh boy,
He
yeah.
was like 7 feet.
Well, I
wasn't he?
like that dude. If you've seen that guy, the guy who's like at least 3 bills and he's on the court,
Yeah.
that's my hero. I love him.
Yes, I've seen it on the old Twitter or Instagram or
He
whatever.
rules. He's my hero. He's awesome.
Well, we've got some new releases this week, and I know we've got Bowman University football. So it is a collegiate NFL product. Well, it wouldn't be NFL if it was collegiate. And we've got some autos of the upcoming rookies, right? So there's some good chase in this stuff.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong about Bowman University, but this is the first year they now that they actually have the NCAA
Yes.
license.
So they have college logos.
they actually have the college logos
Yep.
on them now.
Yep.
So that would make it an improvement over last year's product.
Should be. And a lot of the cards last year, I know I bought a Malik Willis for like $300-400.
And,
a graded
and
one.
it's coming out early, like well before the draft, which makes it harder to have a group break of
Yeah,
it. But I think adds value
if you're like prospecting.
to the resale of the individual cards.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely highlighting Mr. Bryce Young and Caleb Williams. You can see on the slide here is the auto subject. Looks like hobby boxes are around 127 a box. And do we know what the breakdown is on this? On how many autos we're getting a box?
Hopefully, it's at least
It's
2.
is it 2 still, or is it 1?
Might be standard Bowman. I'd have to double check. Like, yeah, 1 or 2.
Maybe one. Well, it's either 1 or 2, probably.
Either 1 or 2.
You get 2 autographs in a hobby box.
That's pretty good.
Somebody's
I knew
doing their research.
I should
here.
have went in there confident because I said 2, and then I backtracked.
Oh, you've got Talulia Tagovailoa in there as well. Another name that we can recognize here. Bryce Young's in it. But, yeah, there's a lot of up-and-coming guys. So does this ever touch, like, a first Bowman for football now that we have the license?
I think it's the closest we're ever going to get.
Yeah, it's definitely an improved product with the license. Much improved.
Yeah. I
It's
think
like it's like gonna be like the early Panini Prism draft products.
I think this makes it a more desirable, like, I mean, personally, just the Bowman brand to me carries weight, and to me it's more desirable to have the first Bowman rather than maybe, I don't know, like a College Chronicles or whatever it may be. Like, the first Bowman, I don't know.
It's chrome.
Yeah, and
It's
it's chrome.
It's shiny.
Yeah.
What I like about this
Great.
checklist, and I don't know if Topps did this, but I'm on Cardboard Connection. They actually say who's their first card. So you're going to have Stetson Bennett's first Bowman now.
Is Joey Porter Jr. in there?
Joey Porter Jr.
And that is
he is
that
Penn
is-
State.
And that is Joey Porter's kid.
CJ Stroud is in here as well. So like say you pull a low numbered Stetson Bennett, and the rumors is he doesn't get drafted, right? But he's got 2 championships for the Bulldogs. I know he's like 35 or something like that.
And he had a little bit of a run-in with local authorities in Texas, if I'm not mistaken.
So is this like a little flipperoo on some of these guys, like somebody like him who's got this collegiate success that we don't think he's going to have pro success. We don't know, but I mean, I'm sure there's going to be people looking for this stuff this week. That are Georgia fans.
Like you're right on the money. Georgia fans are probably like looking for that, like for real. Like he's like a god to them, right?
Well, there's also
Yeah,
certain
he totally
players that
is.
are probably on the checklist. If you're a college fan of that team and say they had a deep run, they may never get another card.
Yeah,
Right.
This could be the only card.
and if you think about like Fanatics trying to like impact all levels of the game with the industry, right? Like hitting the college market with like these type of cards, it should down the line be a very huge hit along with everything else they're trying to do. With
I think that college category probably has like the most to grow over the next like handful of years.
Yeah, I mean, and they have superfractors, which I know they had them last year, but there was no licensing. So, I mean, Panini's never seemed to find the right balance. I mean, there was, collegiate prisms of Zion that were the black versions and stuff, but having a superfractor first Bowman collegiate card, maybe that's something that puts this over the top.
And I think there's not really, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't feel like there is a direct, like, comparison on the Panini line to a Bowman where it's like it's an amateur product, it's a product highlighting first-time guys, minor league guys for baseball. Now, in this case, the first amateur. Like, there's nothing really that Panini has that reflects that. So they've been using collegiate prism, all that stuff.
XRC and
Yeah.
Select would be like the closest thing.
Right.
I wanted to bring this up. I don't know because I wasn't on last week's podcast. I don't know if you guys talked about Prism Draft basketball at all.
think we did.
Like an
Barely.
interesting wrinkle about this year's Prism Draft, and I saw some other influencers don't like the product, like they open up personal boxes and stuff. When I was opening up this past week, what was interesting to me is that they actually have kids that are gonna be drafted soon, along with the current rookie Paulo Banchero rookie last.
NIL
So, like for at least like 6 to 8 months, especially these kids are gonna get drafted in a few months. It's gonna be like their first
but no
Prism card.
Wembanyama, right?
But
No Wembanyama, but there's a lot of the kids that are gonna be in the top 10 draft pick.
I mean, we're going into March Madness, so some of those kids could have like a heck of a tournament, and that could be their only card.
So that's
for a while.
that's my point. It's I thought that was interesting, and to me it makes the product even better because, like I said, until their actual rookie product comes out, it's gonna be their first cards for a while.
Well, and
for a
also
good while.
another thing to really feel like we're hyping this product up and that product is they couldn't have made that much of it. So the print run's got to be lower than most. They're not going to make as much Topps Chrome football or whatever, or Prism football. There's going to be 10 to 20 times the amount made. So your odds on getting some of the lower numbered autos should be better than most products. That is something to consider as well. So, and it's a pretty strong rookie class. I mean, I'm actually now thinking about maybe we should buy some more. You could probably do player breaks.
Player break,
You
yeah,
could.
that's what I'm
When's the
thinking.
draft? The draft is in April.
End of April.
Then you could start doing. You could be the first to start doing team breaks, random team breaks.
Yeah.
This is also should be mentioned. This is the first look at the Bowman University design is what the Bowman baseball design is going to look like because we've seen the baseball players, the prospects getting those Bowman cards for the first time, signing them. So that's what the design is going to look like across the board for Bowman for 2023.
So it's like an early look at what Bowman's gonna look like.
Yep. Doug had to take a quick break. He'll be back for Guess That Price, but we should talk about the Cup hockey. Did you forget the Cup? Okay, when did the last Cup come out for real? Like when did it come out?
Okay.
Because-
all joking aside,
Yeah, that was
I
a
would
lot.
say 1920.
19.
Am I?
Was that Connor McDavid's rookie year?
No.
Onus Wagner
No.
and the Cup hockey.
McDavid, I believe, was
15?
13.
What was it that
Yeah,
long
I
ago?
believe so.
12-13, he was
It's
the
been
rookie.
10
12,
years.
13.
Kid's been in
When's
the
Austin Matthews? 2015.
No, before that, right?
No, I believe he was.
Right around the same
Was
time.
he 16, 17?
Oh my god.
Is that recent?
I swear when I came,
15,
I
16?
swear. Okay. I remember I was ripping before I was with Mojo. I was ripping basketball products in 2015. A lot of my basketball customers were like, "You know what? We're switching to hockey because of Connor McDavid."
12, 13.
No, it was 2015.
Or no, yeah, you're right. 15, 16.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
did
12.
I was like,
long ago.
why am I? Yeah, why was I saying 12, 13?
Yeah,
No.
no way.
No. 15,
I was like, that's so
yeah,
long ago.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
15,
okay.
16. Yeah, 100. It was and Jack Eichel, I
I
believe.
believe so.
And it wasn't Jack Eichel.
I remember his
Wasn't
art.
Jack Eichel like Leaf exclusive, or am I thinking
know.
like Nico Heischer?
You're bringing Nico.
Nico.
Yeah, but I
Man.
remember
See, it's been so long that like
you
it's-
forget all the other years.
Yeah.
I've forgot
I
everything.
was going to say, I don't think since, and I've been here almost, it's going to be 3 years this summer. I don't think there's been a new Cup release since I've been working
Actually,
The entire time you've been
funny,
here?
I think 12, 13 was the year that we were putting a promo together, like a video promo. And I think that's why it was in my head.
That's definitely
we
why.
were trying to figure out what year that Doug had this video that he did.
Okay.
And it was 12. I think it was 12, 13. It was actually at the location before you came on board.
Yeah.
At Walsh.
Yeah. Yeah, I vividly remember that because my basketball customers, like, it was kind of a down year compared to the year before, and they were just looking for that, like the guys that were chasing the big hits. They were seeing that Connor McDavid was selling for $40,000 his RPAs.
15.
It was, and
for
then
sure.
back then for 2015, that was like an insane amount of money for most collectors, right? Like majority of collectors were like seeing that and were like, oh my god, maybe we're collecting or going after the wrong sport here, because to see a hockey RPA right? As a basketball collector, to see a hockey RPA sell for 20, 30 grand when your basketball RPAs were only selling for 4,000.
No, I mean,
Huge
they're
difference.
at 15, 16 with Connor McDavid. I mean, and now you look at what the prices are for the RPAs. It's insane.
Yeah.
But there was one specifically with the oil drop that was numbered to, the patch was the oil drop that was numbered to 99. I remember friends who have shops in Canada and stuff like that, they were just saying, like, you find that specific one, and that is a 6-figure card.
Wow.
And talking like a 6-figure card at that point was like
insane. Yeah.
Jeez.
So-
Yeah. For inflation, that's like now maybe a
Yeah,
$5 million, $10 million.
So hockey, I mean, this is, when it comes to high-end hockey, this is it. And the great thing about the Cup and Upper Deck specifically with the hockey category is that there's nothing really comparable to it. It's like they I think at one point they had like exquisite hockey, or I know they put exquisite cards into different products, and it was like a thick card stock, and it actually kind of looked like the Cup. But there's a lot of like mid-tier stuff and some mid-high tier stuff that Upper Deck makes, but nothing that gets close to the Cup.
Cup is clearly, and yeah, I mean, hopefully it's worth the wait for all the hockey collectors out there, because it's been a good while.
I mean, it is a really good rookie class from that year. Kaprizov, Robertson. I mean, I know it's been a while. Those guys have been in the league now for 3 years. Some of them.
I think Gretzky's rookie might be in.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. One of the Hull brothers will be in there. Yeah. Phil Esposito.
Phil Esposito rookie card might be in there.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys, I don't know when we're gonna release this podcast, but Doug and Dan's gonna be doing some hockey breaks of it tomorrow. So, and
Thursday.
spots are filling up pretty fast.
It's an odd release day, right?
Yeah.
Thursday
He gets his own release day.
gets its own release day.
Yep.
Like literally, it's like no other product comes out on a Thursday.
Yeah. Hey, if we've waited this long, you gotta do it big. So
Got to do it big.
the Cup is here. Mojobreak.com for spots, for breaks.
We'll be ripping it. Let's pull some shields tomorrow.
I would assume, not just us, but for everybody that is going to be opening up Cup, it should go fairly quick, because I'm sure hockey collectors are starving at this point for the Cup.
Yeah, exactly. This is the end of the 2021 collecting season, right? Is it? I think.
I believe
It's
so.
It's 2023, and
I
we're saying
believe
it's
so.
wild.
We already have like 22, 23 products, right?
Yeah, there's
If I'm not mistaken.
do
We do. We do.
Series
We don't have.
2
We don't
is
have.
in here, right?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Series 1 though. Yeah. So there you go.
Awesome.
There's been artifacts. I think is a 22,
Yes,
23.
that is a 22, 23. No, it might be a 21,
That's a crazy crossover that you guys will probably never really ever see
We can't.
again.
It's very hard to keep track right
It
now.
is.
I mean, you like to poke fun at
How late Panini
the
is.
Panini delays, and yeah.
Yeah, this
I mean,
one-
it is what it is. I'm not a card manufacturer. There's probably a lot of stuff that you got to do. A lot of dotting the I's and crossing T's and all that good stuff. Very difficult.
It is kind of reached mythical status at this point. I will say that. So
I will say that it's in the building. So don't.
Wow.
like you held it.
Like it's physical. I've seen it. So it is coming out. It is here. It's under the roof.
Because I'll tell you what, no joke. Last week, a customer, he's like, "Hey, when are you guys putting up cup breaks?" And I was like, "Cause I didn't realize it was coming out this week." I said, I asked him in the chat room. I said, "You mean that product that was supposed to come out a few years ago?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, honestly, like until I actually hold it in my hand,
it
I
doesn't-
probably won't put a break of it.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like I get it. We waited and waited and waited, and I mean we were getting tracking numbers, but I was like, and ironically, because we're having some weather here, one of our distributors, it's delayed.
Of course.
So it's like the cup thing ever.
I
to
mean,
get it delayed.
Leave it. Of course, it makes sense that on the week that the cup is finally arriving, there is literally going to be snow in the Bay Area.
I
for
know,
the first
that's
time in like
wild.
2 decades.
They said it's gonna
But
snow here.
across the country.
Crazy.
I don't know if there's an
sense.
area in the U.S. right now that is not dealing with some type of weather issue.
You know, by the way, you know what the cup is? It's the hobbies version of, what is it? Guns N' Roses Chinese Democracy, where you're like, this isn't real. This isn't actually going to happen. And then it happened.
Oh, man. Who was in that band? They had Buckethead.
Buckethead.
Buckethead was a guitar player. Was it Brain? Was it like everybody from Primus?
Yeah, basically.
It was
And Axl.
And can you think of like a weirder band for Axl to like kind of branch into from Guns N' Roses?
Absolutely.
Like the backing band of Primus?
It's been 10 years since that album, and I still can't believe it actually, like, it doesn't feel real. Like,
I think
about
they've
that.
gone on 4 or 5 tours and have played 1 or 2 shows. It's been like
Keep on rocking.
pretty much canceled every time.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. So there you go. The cup is here. Mojobreak.com. Get your spots. Immaculate WWE also here. I saw some really nice looking cards from it. So for wrestling fans,
I had some friends send me some Shawn Michael cards from the set. I'm like, oh,
dude,
why you guys gotta show me this stuff? Man?
I think it was our friends from down under, the Cherry Collectibles, pulled the Bloodline book auto. Like, oh my god, that is such a cool card. Yeah,
that is sick.
One of the coolest book autos. If you're into wrestling, that's a really, really cool one. So
Immaculate.
Yep.
immaculate.
So I mean, that's gonna be a good time if you're a wrestling fan for sure.
Yeah.
Reasonably priced too compared to all the other sports. I think it's like what, $500.
It's crazy because like WWE in general, it's been like the market with products has been very peaks and valleys, right? You came out, you had Prism, it was like
It's too high.
ridiculous, right? And then
Ridiculously
you had like
high.
Revolution that like it felt like
Ridiculously low.
it felt like the bottom just dropped out of it. And it's been like kind of everything in between.
Yeah.
So like to see WWE Immaculate come out at the price point it's at, I think it's a good value, and I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised.
And there's I also think it's all about timing. Like, we're about a month away now, a little more than a month from WrestleMania. There was also just a big event over the weekend.
Yep.
So it's all about timing for WWE.
Is WrestleMania not in summertime?
No,
it's
it's
in
right
April
beginning.
every year.
okay.
Yeah, there's SummerSlam.
I know there's SummerSlam.
Sorry, it's in March every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Or end of March, beginning of April, usually. LA this year, SoFi.
Yeah.
SoFi.
Yeah, so there you go.
Isn't it like a
It's a 2-day event now.
Event?
It used to be 1 day. They switched to the 2-day, I think, during the pandemic.
Yeah.
That's when they did
So
it.
when they televise it as 2 days.
Saturday,
Yep.
Sunday.
Yep.
So you got to have 2 main events. I take it.
Yep, exactly.
It's a whole lot of wrestling.
It's a lot of wrestling.
It is literally, about 8 hours of wrestling over 2 days?
Yeah.
It's pretty intense, but it's fun. All right. It's the shifting gears. It is now officially it's not the second half, but we are now past the All-Star game in the NBA. So I thought this would be a good time to take a look at some of the players who have been really performing well, some of the guys that maybe are seemingly underperforming. We're calling this NBA This or That. Here's how it's going to go. I'm going to give you guys 2 players that all these guys, by the way, drafted the same year that I'm pairing up. So 2 guys that got drafted the same year, different career trajectories, whatever it may be. I'm just going to give you their silver Prism cards with the last price it sold for and the pop report, and you tell me this or that. All right, here we go. The first one, 2 guys that are just interlocked forever, LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. Would you rather have the silver LaMelo Ball Prism at $720? Pop report has it. These are all PSA 10, I should mention. Pop report at $238, or the Ant-Man Silver Prism at $616. Pop report, though, at $1,080. Who would you rather have, this or that?
I'm going Ant-Man.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I know you want to explain your answer, right?
Well, I know. I think he's a better long-term investment. I think he does a little bit of everything. I've been talking about how much I like that guy for it feels like
That's
years.
true.
Feels like years now. So Ant-Man.
All
He
right.
just needs and they're a decent team. I still think they need some more pieces around him.
Yeah, I mean, now that we're like 2, almost 3 years removed from this draft class now, we kind of see what the pros and cons of both are like pretty clearly at this point, right? I love that the LaMelo pop is a lot lower, and he's only $100 more.
That really surprised me how much lower. I mean, it's not crazy lower, but it's lower, which I did not expect.
Yeah,
It's like what, 100, 200?
$100 more, right? Than
But
just about,
the
yeah.
pop.
Oh, the pop, yeah.
No,
pop.
actually, geez, it's actually significantly lower. 238
six-
for that one. So it's actually almost about 1,000 more
Oh,
for Ant-Man.
Yeah,
why?
dude.
But why?
I don't. That makes no sense to me. Maybe there's. I don't know.
And
It's weird.
I actually think.
Also, I
and
remember
and
that one doesn't grade well. That card doesn't
Yeah.
grade well, so it's a PSA.
And then Ant-Man was how much?
1,080. Which, if you look at the cards,
1,080 actually does not seem like a huge pop.
doesn't.
No, it
For,
doesn't.
especially for that year.
It's low. It's low as well, but I do like
the 280 or whatever. Like seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know. I don't understand. Are they? Maybe they're all sitting in queue. Maybe they're just
That
sitting
might be
there
it.
waiting, and we're like, in 2 months the numbers will be close to the same.
I bet you there's a lot of PSA 9s of that card.
Yep, exactly.
If I had to guess. So my pick, based on the pop, based on the fact there's only $100 more, and I do still like him more as an overall player than Ant-Man just a little bit. But the question marks around both those guys is still, I think, significant. Like with Ant-Man, you're talking about a Timberwolves franchise that's never been known to win, never been known to put pieces together. And then LaMelo, like I think the question on him has
it's
always
like the
been
health, right?
It's the health, and it's also like does he want to be a winning player? Like because he puts up the stats. He's like he could get a triple double in his. He's one of those guys who could get a triple double in his sleep, but. So for both, like that's why their prices are pretty equal, I would say, right? For the most part, they're only $100 apart. So I'm going with LaMelo, but only slightly.
I'm gonna butcher the stat, but there was something like StatMuse put it up of like LaMelo's about to be the youngest to average like 20 plus points, 5 plus assists, 5 plus rebounds, 2 plus steals, like youngest player ever to do that in a season. Charlotte's having a really bad year, so I think that's part of the reason his value's gone down. Whereas Edwards is in the All-Star game this year, but like,
and they, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, last year they made it to the playoffs.
both teams did, yeah, both the teams, but yeah, Hornets made it,
But yeah, but
so they've regressed a lot.
and the Timberwolves didn't look bad. Didn't they knock somebody off? Maybe in a play, knocked somebody off in the play.
In the
game.
play-in.
Remember they won the play-in championship.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, they won.
They were kissing babies and
They're
jumping
the play-in championship
And-
team, reigning champions of the play-in.
That's right, and Pat Bev will never let you forget that. They played the Suns really tough.
They
too.
did.
Yeah.
They could have knocked them out. Like probably not this year.
Yeah, no,
Right.
not this year. Yeah, I think
You
I'd
put Gady in that lineup. It's gonna
I'd
be
probably
tough.
hitch my wagon to Ant-Man only because I saw that quote he said over the weekend at All-Star Weekend and was like, I'm trying to play every single game, which I respect.
Speaking of Katie, real quick, and I know it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Being in Arizona and just casually talking to, Phoenix Suns fans, the consensus was that they were not stoked to get Kevin Durant.
That's weird.
What?
Like they felt like, and I heard this from multiple fans, that they gave up too much to get him.
I mean, okay. I mean, he's Kevin Durant.
And exactly. I'm like, coming from a Warrior fan, I'm all, he's Kevin Durant.
Coming from a Warriors fan, he's worth absolutely whatever
I'm like,
you needed to get him.
When he is out there, barring injury, he's healthy and he's out there and he's playing and he's 100% or close to it. He's amazing.
Yes.
I'll put it like this, bro. If you're a Phoenix Suns fan, and you're saying that you don't know how you feel about the KD trade, I'm gonna put it like this: you guys lost to Luka Doncic by himself last year. Okay, let that sink in. Now you got KD. He should help you get over that hump, and at least make it to the Western Conference Finals, if not make it to the finals. So, I'd be counting your lucky stars right now, because when he was on the Warriors, he helped us win 2 championships,
And there are
possibly almost 3.
There are things when you watch him every day that you don't realize that he can. I mean, you understand you are getting one of the great basketball players, one of the probably top 3 when he's healthy, and one of the top 10 maybe of all time. And yet there are still things that surprise you about his game when you're watching him every day.
Obviously it's obvious he needed Curry, right? But I'll say this: when he was in Brooklyn, he damn near beat that championship Bucks team by himself every single game, putting up 50 to 60 points a game, averaging a triple double. So
I think once he is on the court, I think Suns fans are gonna like what they see.
Bridges is a good young player. He's not Kevin Durant.
No.
He's not. And Brooklyn did all right getting some nice young talent, but it's not Kevin Durant.
But yeah.
Not on topic. Sorry, Cody.
No, you're fine. It's Kevin Durant. He got traded.
basketball.
We haven't talked about it. We actually have not talked about it at all.
There
so
we go.
there you go. All right, let's move on to the next one. This or that. This seems like one that seemed like an insane thought at the beginning of the year, but both were drafted in 2017. Both were all-stars. De'Aaron Fox versus Lauri Markkanen. The numbers are surprisingly close. De'Aaron Fox, Silver Prism PSA 10, $200 around that, or a pop report of 532, or Lauri Markkanen around $150. A pop report of 157.
How much again for De'Aaron Fox?
200.
So
200.
really close.
Very close. Surprising how close.
Man,
this
I
is.
think De'Aaron Fox is a really, really good deal at under like $200.
Yeah, I do too.
Holding the ball a lot.
Markkanen's
I
had a great year.
I know C-Rad's like, but it's Sacramento.
But it's Utah, or in this case, Chicago with Markkanen, and Utah, where they are kind of in that weird, are they good, are they bad, what are they going to do spot. But he's been great. He's been amazing.
I mean, yeah, you're asking us to pick between two guys that are likely going to have the same outcome.
That's what I picked.
If they stay with their current franchise.
But at least
I don't know about that with Fox.
At least De'Aaron.
I like it.
At least De'Aaron Fox, the rookie card you're getting, he's still currently on that team.
True.
That's true. That is true.
And that is what's going to sway me
And I know the
fully to De'Aaron Fox.
I know the Kings they kind of went into the All-Star break limping a little bit, but I still think there's a lot more positive momentum there.
Do you think they make the playoffs?
I do. I really do.
You think
The Sacramento Queens?
I really think the Kings are making
You think
it.
they take over the champions of the play-in series? Or you think they actually get their own spot? They don't have to do the play-in.
It's so bunched up right now.
You know what I want to see? Just so they can prove themselves. Let the play-in game this year, the most important one, be the Queens versus the Lakers. Let's see the NBA lets the Queens redeem themselves.
Kings Lakers actually would be awesome to redeem yourself like that. Oh man, somewhere Vladdy and C. Weber.
I don't think the
would be
Lakers are
shedding
going.
a
I don't think the
single tear.
Lakers are going to have to worry about a play-in game.
They have to
Yeah,
play
they're
really.
going to be worried about where they go in Mexico. What resort to stay in Mexico?
Well, yeah, the Lakers will be fighting for their lives these last 26 games or whatever, right? They have to play well the second half of the season here.
They will. They'll put it together. The Lakers are going to be fine.
I'll believe it.
Lakers are going to be fine. Warriors, I think, will.
Warriors are going to be fine.
I think the Warriors will put it together. I think it's going to be tough to repeat and win a back-to-back championship for the Warriors, but I think they will. I think they'll make some noise in the playoffs.
I genuinely think that you are going to see. I mean, the Warriors are going to be better. Are going to be better down the stretch. Kings might come back to earth a little bit, but I think that means that you're basically going to have the two meet up right around the same spot. I don't know if that means in the play-in. I don't know if that means the 5 and 6 seed, but I think the Kings have proven enough here.
You're saying a Warriors-Kings playoff series?
Would that be something?
That can't happen.
I would love it. That would rule.
That's not a thing.
That'd be fun.
Warriors would destroy them.
Well, I mean, yeah, that goes without saying, but you know.
But yeah, going back to what I would pick, I would slightly lean on Lauri. It's cheaper. Pop's still pretty low. He's a 7-footer that can shoot the ball and do a lot of things. So I know Fox. He's always been an exciting guard in the league, but again, I'm just not a big fan of Sacramento.
All right, there you go. All right, fair enough. All right, next one. Two guys that I would not have paired up, but 2018 draft. When you think 2018 draft, who are you pairing up? Trae Young and...
Please let's not talk about Luka this week.
It's not Luka.
Because it's not even close.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think
Yeah.
that's where it is now. It's not Luka and Trae.
Yeah.
It's Shai and Trae. I think there's now an argument that in a year, by the end of the year, we're talking about 3 guys in that
the
draft.
fifth. I can't answer this one because I've gone pretty much since this rookie class. Trae Young is my guy.
I know he is.
Trae Young is my guy over Luka.
But like
to this day.
But like Luka's
Trae.
Luka's like up here now.
Yep.
And then Shai and Trae is like
I'm
right
forever.
Yeah.
I'm forever team Trae.
And you know what? If the hobby had their say, let me just throw the numbers at you right now. Shea Gilgeous, pop
probably-
report of $549,
Probably Shea Gilgeous.
$400.
Ooh.
Trey Young, same card, pop of 2,270. Again, this is
2,200.
2,270 pop report.
Aye.
2,200.
20
Compared to Shea with 500.
500.
500
But
for
that's
Shea.
only because people probably sent in less
Yeah.
Shays over the years
Yes,
because he's not
absolutely.
as popular.
Of course.
This
it
is this is Shea
I
Gilgeous'
mean,
breakout
you.
year.
I mean, Luka for pop was going to be number one.
Yes.
Trey was always number two, but not massively behind.
No. Again, this
Now he's probably massively behind because
Yes.
there must have been years where like every single Luka that came out of every single Prism box got graded.
Hell yeah.
The last I saw for Trey, the Silver Prism PSA 10, $265.
That's
$265.
Wow.
$265.
And Shay's at 400.
And Shay's at
I knew it.
$400.
buy them all.
Oh.
Not Shea. Buy all the
Hawks
Trae
just
Young.
fired Nate McMillan too, so things are tough. Whereas Thunder, like, I know he's on the Clippers there, but like Thunder have got positive momentum. I'm not saying they're making the playoffs this year, but like give it a year or two. That's a
Gilgeous
playoff
Alexander's
team.
had such a good year
Shai's
that
a baller, dude.
that he should get some consideration. He won't win, but he should get some votes for MVP.
He definitely will get some votes. Yeah, that really took me by surprise. I'm like, who would I compare Shea Gilgeous
But
to? Trey Young didn't pop in my mind, but then I looked at the numbers and went, wow.
I gotta
man.
stick with my boy Trey though.
That I mean, it's hard to go against that price now for a PSA 10 silver for 200 something bucks. Like, but obviously, like I would love to own the Shy as well for 400 at pop with 500, only 500 copies. But 200 something for
that
Trey,
pop will probably change.
it will probably change over the years.
It'll probably
Yeah.
I mean, especially if he is going to be a legit year in and year out all-star.
You think a lot of guys like just held on some
Just
brawl?
yeah, or some people probably scored on some cheap like $5-6 bin, like $5-10 bin, like base cards.
Waiting to send them all in.
He's just been, and I looked at the stats too, and he's just been quietly doing his thing in OKC. Ever since his rookie year, he's averaged over 20 points a game. He's having the breakout year, averaging over 30 now. So
Yeah, he should be the guy there, like the one they build around.
Oh, 100%. And he's just 24. So
And
there's a lot of room
hopefully Chet can get in there and be a healthy 7-footer because that's a big if for any 7-footer.
Yeah.
That just makes the West even better.
It's
It's
scary. They might make the play-in this year. They
One
could be a playoff team.
thing you have to give credit for the Thunder organization is that they know how to draft and they know how to trade.
Yes, they have all the draft picks for the next 20 years. I
Like
think.
just
somebody
look at what they did with their original with the whole run what they had with Harden, KD, and Russell Westbrook, like and Ibaka. Like
Ibaka,
these
yeah.
guys know what they're looking for in terms of really good basketball players.
Yep. They've done a great job there, building up since they moved there. All right, final one. Let's go with two guys who have been in the league now for over 10 years. Anthony Davis versus Damian Lillard. Pretty close.
Okay, we came to the real battle
That's
right here.
right. Low pop reports for both. 37 for Lillard, 33 for Anthony Davis of their PSA 10 silvers.
37-33.
37 for Lillard, 33 for Anthony Davis.
I know how much the Dame is. I've seen one recently. Like it's up there.
Last it sold 1,770.
dude, those were so much more.
You said a-
1,770 is the last I
Those are
saw.
so much more expensive. Like everything was more expensive 2 years ago, but 2 years ago that was like
1,700.
1,770.
Are you sure it's not 12,000 or
That's
9,000?
what I'm saying.
Dude,
That's what I
it was-
found. I know. Things have taken a dip.
I think we bought one in 2020 that like. I guess now we could have bought like 4 or 5 of them.
Things have taken a little
I
bit
might
of a
have
dip.
to look at one now that they're down to 7. If they're 1,700.
Anthony Davis sitting at 1,910.
Oh yeah.
This or that.
I feel like there's a bias here. I don't know where you're gonna go, Dan, but I'm going with obviously Dame Lillard. Just based off the fact that he doesn't have a lot of other rookie cards compared to Anthony Davis. Like he was,
He has no autos.
Yeah, he had like barely
I mean,
no
he-
autos.
He basically was like put into a couple like products. He was a Leaf exclusive.
Yeah. So,
So-
this is the Prism should be his best, one of his best, if not top 3 best rookie card.
Was it like innovation? And then they had like National Treasure like kind of like silver packs that
Yeah.
you can get RPA. There were sticker
Yep.
RPAs.
Sticker RPAs.
of Dame Lillard.
Yep. So not only that, this is one of his best rookie cards you can possibly get, but also just because of the whole Bay Area connection. He is a Bay Area kid, Oakland kid, which, obviously resonates with me more. But I can, for only $200 more to get an Anthony Davis, who is a champion, and we talk about him a lot on this show. I know a lot of people are down on him because he had a couple of bad years with injuries and not playing as well, like being horrendous from 3 recently. But damn, they're fairly close. They're only $200 apart, and their pop is essentially the same for an iconic 12-13 Prism set.
Yeah, it's not an easy choice. If you want to go, if you think titles are the end-all be-all,
He has one.
He's got
over
one.
Dame.
I'm going Dame, but if you really do believe that Anthony Davis is going to be healthy, he's going to help the Lakers get over that hump in the playoffs, and a healthy Anthony Davis and a healthy LeBron can 100% go on a run and win another championship.
I was gonna say,
I would say the Lakers probably, going out on a limb, have a better chance of winning a championship this year than the Blazers do.
Oh, 100%.
I was going to say, it really depends on how you feel about the future of either of these guys. Like, can either of them win a title?
I mean, they both
title.
they both can change the complexion of a playoff series on their own. But the knock on Anthony Davis is that, can he stay out on the court long enough to do that? And I think it's safer with Dame Lillard. He's going to go out there and he is going to perform, and he is going to be the best player on the Blazers. And it's a shame that they haven't really done enough to get the help that he needs on that team to push them over. Because they went years being like 5th seed, 6th seed, maybe even the 4th seed
They're
at one
always
point.
good.
Like, they're good, but like, it's Dame doing it on his own. I think he had McCollum for a little while, and that was pretty much it. Like, they just get him some help. They haven't done it. He's gonna go down. Right? He's probably gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Both of these guys are
He's
Hall
probably
of
gonna
Fame.
be. Dame Lillard's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And he's probably not gonna win a championship.
I
if he stays with the Blazers.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that too. So back to that point, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, and the Prism card is gonna want to be one of his best cards. So if you look at some of the basketball vintage cards that we look for, it is guys who might not even want a championship, like Charles Barkley or whatever, right? Like his vintage cards do well. And then like you got to go with what with Anthony Davis. You have so many other choices besides just the Prism rookie card. Right, you have so many autograph choices.
With 80 was a rookie photo shoot guy.
Yep, he was in a lot of stuff. He was
There-
in all the
actually,
high-end
there,
stuff.
There wasn't a product that he wasn't in, and they made a lot of 12-13 because it was a double rookie class. Even National Treasures, we've talked about it before, RPAs were numbered to 199, not 99. There's even more out there.
Yep.
Dame Lillard had, like you said, he wasn't really in much.
Yeah.
And to get a silver Prism, you could make an argument besides those like really hard to get National Treasure RPAs that were sticker autos and maybe an autograph that was in a product like Innovation or something like that.
I think the one on card was Flawless, wasn't it? Like he was finally they made a deal with Leaf to get him in Flawless.
Yeah.
And I guess I feel like for Damian Lillard's argument, and maybe I'm being biased, but I feel like when I think about like iconic moments, I feel like I can name more Lillard like moments. Even though they haven't won a title, I feel like I can name more Lillard moments than maybe Anthony Davis moments. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I need to think a little harder. But I just think of like.
But
yeah.
Davis was like just rocking like for the Pelicans for a long time.
That's
like,
part of it.
Like barely getting in the 8th
And nobody was watching the
getting
Pelicans.
knocked
Right.
out. Like, they were just, if they did make the playoffs, they were getting pretty much, it was swept in 4 games
Bounce in
or
the
maybe
first round.
maybe getting a game. I know there was that one series against the Warriors where they were up and then they ended up blowing it.
I also think like it's always that argument of like the bigs versus the smaller players, right? Like the flashier, smaller players are always gonna get more shine. So to that point, like where like even though Anthony Davis probably does have some iconic moments, like do people remember them as much as the stuff that Dame has done? Probably not.
I think at the end of the day, you look at the price that the Lillard is going for. I think that is a strong buy.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, out of everything that we went over, if you have the money, I think that's a strong buy. I also think the Trae Young at 200 and something.
200.
Won't give it up.
Yeah, you got it.
Can't give it up.
You get like 6 trays for the price of one of those Dames.
It's time, guys, for another edition of Guess That Price. We were focused on baseball prospects, so we'll see who wins. My money's on me, as always. But let's kick it over to Cody Trebek.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Not Cody Sajak. Regis Pasby would have also been acceptable. But I appreciate the
Cody Trebek,
GOAT.
that's the best one. That's the GOAT.
No, yeah, for sure. Trebek the GOAT. They would admit that. Although, yeah, I loved me some Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
How long has Wheel of Fortune been on? Like 40 years?
For as long as Jeopardy, I want to say. So yeah, about 45 years at this point.
I've been watching it the other day. There was a viral video before we get into Guess That Price. I think it was fresh fruit was the answer.
Oh, this was on Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I saw
fresh
that.
fruit was the answer, and the only thing that was missing was the S. So it was FRE blank H fruits or fruit, right? And she's like, "Give me a G."
Oh, that's tough.
Fresh
Frog fruit. I don't know.
Frugs.
Yeah.
Fruits.
But anyways, I don't think any of us would ever make that kind of
No,
schlub.
I sure would hope not. The other guys I've seen is like the guy who's pronounced it. It said it was clearly Achilles heel. He said Achilles.
Yes.
What was the clue
Bingo.
for that fresh fruit?
Well, no, all of them were up there.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was like produce or something.
Yeah.
like that.
What makes sense? Which makes sense. Yeah.
All right. Well, no need to spell anything here. We're just doing math, so I don't know if that's a better thing. But anyway, let's do it. Guess That Price, baseball edition. Most of these guys you can find in Top Series 1 as rookies, but we are looking at their first Bowman prices. All these guys currently are like consensus top 20, top 30 prospects. So here we go. Starting off with the consensus number 1 prospect in baseball right now, Gunnar Henderson, Baltimore Orioles. This is a first.
Gunnar Gunderson.
It should be Gunderson.
That's right. A first Bowman, BGS 9.5 gold.
Gold or yellow?
Gold. This is gold refractor. Gold refractor.
Yep.
Sold on January 23rd of this year. There were 28 bids on this car.
January 3rd of this year?
Sold on January 3rd of 2023. Gunnar Henderson, number 1 prospect in all of baseball. This might have been right around the time that he was crowned the number 1 prospect in baseball. Should mention that.
I'll go first.
Oh, wait, hold on. I don't want to be swayed. Okay.
Be swayed by my price?
Who won last time? Who's defending their crown right now, by the way?
Greg.
Won.
That's right. Greg is the.
Came in
Yeah,
at
my
Rookie of the Year.
gosh. Yeah, we're gonna need
Gregatron coming in.
We're
Write
gonna
it
need
down.
Greg. Yeah, we're gonna need Greg to come in and defend his crown at some point. But all right, C-Rad.
7,600.
76 hundo for C-Rad.
6,200.
Jeez, I
62
feel
for
really
Dan.
off then. $12,000.
12K
It
for
could be.
Doug.
It could be anywhere between 100 and 12,000.
Actual price. I mean, you're not wrong. Actual price is $5,400, which means Dan gets the first
There's
point.
one thing I know is Gunnar Gunderson.
Gunnar
I
Gunderson.
mean Gunnar Henderson.
He does look like a. You know why it sold for less than $12,000? Because he looks like he's pitching, and the hobby was like, "That's a pitcher."
Honestly, I think you're onto something. I was gonna say, was he a pitcher originally coming up?
Whoa.
I'm not. Look, a win's a win.
Look. It was 50. It was over $5,000.
Correct.
Over $5,000.
You're right. Yeah, it's not. There's no confusion. there.
Let's not put him in the Hall of Fame yet. Let's relax. $5,000, and there's 49 more just like that. Some are to 50.
It's true.
Come on.
Too low.
All right. Doug says too low. He
Too
does,
low.
He does kind of look like a pitcher. Not Tulowitzki, but Dan is in the lead. All right. Here we go. Card number 2. This is Jordan
orange.
Walker. It's orange.
Daddy's orange.
Daddy's orange. Bowman Chrome. First Bowman Chrome. Of Jordan Walker, he is the number 4 prospect, according to MLB Pipeline right now. Third base prospect could end up playing the outfield. First base, I don't know for the Cardinals. They're going to find a spot for him because he's got tons of power. Great all-around hitter.
Everybody loves a long ball.
Everybody loves the long ball. Chicks dig the long ball, I heard. Greg Maddox told me that. First Bowman auto, BGS 9.510, orange, number to 25. This sold on December 20th of 2022. It had 36 bids.
Well, I guess I go first since I just won. I think I went low on this one.
Okay.
2,300.
2,300, says Dan.
6,700.
67.
$48.99. $4,899 for you playing along at home.
Actual price.
It's never good when I'm like, I think I went low.
This guy, by the way, I should say, he is the 4th ranked prospect, but he is very popular in the hobby. Cardinals Nation. They represent well.
As soon as I
So you're saying C-Rad won then?
since I put it together, I'm like Cardinals pop 2,300. What
Yep.
am I thinking?
Yeah, that is correct because it's $8,601. That means C-Rad gets.
Wait, I
the
should have
next
switched
point.
my bids around if I would have had
Yeah,
the first one.
If there's one thing I know, it's St. Louis baseball.
It's
That's your
all right.
Well, since your team's a minor league team, you got to follow some other teams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? Though the half the A's end
I
up
was
on
gonna,
the
yeah, I was
Cardinals
gonna
anyway.
go, wait a second. I'm like, that's like the A's of the NL.
McGuire, Dan Herron, I believe, was a Cardinal, then an A. Actually, went reverse. Mark Mulder at some point was an A. Went to the Cardinals, if I'm not mistaken.
Matt Holliday, but was it opposite?
No, he got traded. A's traded him to St. Louis. There's other guys.
Wait, the
too.
A's traded somebody?
Oh, man, I know. Shock of the century. Isn't it wild?
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, it never happens. All right, so we're tied 1-1. C-Rad and Dan on the board. Doug still looking to get on the board.
That one,
Ooh, it's a tuxedo though.
it's number
One second,
5.
Fixing
And that
something.
is
This is as we would say.
That's your daddy's red.
Your daddy's
That's
red.
your daddy's red.
Yes,
That's red
indeed.
regular.
That is Tristan Casas.
It's a good thing he's not wearing.
Top 15.
The other
I think he's about a
Boston.
top 20 prospect consensus right now. He is almost certainly your starting first baseman opening day for the Boston Red Sox. It's an SGC grade, which I don't know if that matters anymore. I don't really think it does, but it's an SGC 9 Auto 10 2019 Bowman Chrome Draft first Bowman Auto red 5 of 5. Tristan Casas, first baseman for the Boston Red Sox.
You guys ready?
I mean, that's pretty bad news for PSA at BGS when you got a red refractor going to SGC.
That's
So
true.
That's all I'm saying.
This sold on January 29th of this year. It had 35 bids.
The Boston City uniforms don't do it for me.
It looks like the Boston. It looks like the Bruins, not the Boston Bruins, the UCLA Bruins.
It does.
Yeah. All right.
I need one.
Yeah, not their greatest design for jerseys.
It's
I need to
it's
get on the board.
supposed to be the city flag of Boston.
Yeah, no,
So,
I mean, I
for
see.
what
It's
it's
just
worth.
it's just the Red Sox don't have any
Yellow
association with those colors.
There's no
whatsoever.
red.
There's no red.
There's no red,
Where's-
and they're
well,
called
there
the
is a-
Red Sox.
There's a little red on the sleeve there, but
Somebody peed on it.
That's
All right, my vote for this card is 7,600.
7,600.
mine is 8,200.
10,500. Come on, Cody Trebek.
This one surprised me a little bit because the actual price is way lower than I had anticipated.
76.
This is, which means C-Rad is the winner, but $2,927 for your daddy's
See? Do
red.
you
I
see-
knew it.
You
It
see
had
what
35
Do you
bids.
see what happens when you put a tuxedo around it?
There's no rhyme or reason.
It doesn't make
I knew
sense
it.
to me.
No rhyme or reason.
Yeah.
Does he not have pop?
So he did have a slow month when he got called up, but the Red Sox fan, like, there's a lot of hype around him amongst Boston fans.
Isn't there more hype around Duran though, like Jaron Duran?
Well, not anymore.
No.
Especially he had one of the biggest gaffes of the season last year, and so I think the ship has
They have
sailed.
Blaze Jordan as well.
Blaze Jordan, exactly.
well, just based on name.
And you've also got
Hard to-
Marcelo Mayer is the guy right now. So it may be one of those cases of like the post hype, but
Well,
that's still a $3,000 card.
That is
But it's red.
That's insanely low.
Yeah, for red, that's
And with the auto too, yeah. If it was just a base, then maybe I would understand more.
A little
Well,
surprising.
I gotta sweep these.
Conrad's
to tie.
doing it.
Yep.
To tie.
I don't know if that's an SGC thing, but whatever it is, Conrad is in the lead with 2-1.
And we can only tie at this point. Well,
Only can
no,
tie.
Dan can win.
Let's also set the record straight. Greg won last time, but he's not a regular on the show. He's a guest.
That was an asterisk.
So yeah, exactly. So
And
I
we
won
were-
the last 2 before that, so I could continue my streak here.
And we were definitely in his wheelhouse too. Like it was kind of eerie how close he was getting on some of those
I think
cards.
C-Rad went a little easy on him, is what it was.
That
I think
too?
it was just trying to pump him.
Well, he admitted that if it's cards that are like under 2,000, that is his wheelhouse, like you said,
Yeah.
because that's what he focuses on mainly when he's buying and selling.
Yeah, see, like mine are normally like the $150,000 to $200,000 range. Is where
yeah.
I
And mine is usually the 50 to 60
and
range.
that's basically the cards that you buy in your price point.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
So.
right. Yeah. We're dealing with Rolls Royce here.
I mean,
We're not
when you're,
dealing
when
with
you're
the
on the
Corollas,
eBay
all right?
and you're looking, you're like, I need something that's $250,000.
Yeah, easily. I mean,
well,
that's- can't be messing
he
with
knew,
stuff.
like, I knew he had the advantage, the upper hand when he was saying, like, okay, this card is worth this amount, and then if you added, like, if it's a PSA 10 or whatever, then he's, like, able to guess the correct
So he's Rain Man.
percentage.
He's
in
Rain
what-
Man.
Yeah.
He's right.
He knew the correct percentage, it would go up based on the grade of the card, based on how what is sold for raw.
It's 1.57856 to go up. All right, we got another one here.
All right, we
This
got
one-
another one. This is another red, non-auto red.
Non-auto.
PSA 10 red. First Bowman Chrome of Corbin Carroll.
People love Corbin Carroll.
People like Corbin Carroll. He's
But
very good.
not putting an autograph on it.
No auto.
I still don't think the parallel collectors have crossed over to baseball.
No, that's true. So that's something to keep
Like,
in
this is a-
mind.
This is a basketball rookie, number 5.
But this
of
is
a top player.
Currently, he was at one point the number 1 prospect in all of baseball. He is now the number 2 prospect in all of baseball. Had a very impressive debut with the Diamondbacks last year.
But he plays for the Diamondbacks.
He does. Also, within just 1 month, fastest player in baseball. This guy's good. Power, speed,
Bro,
combo.
hair looks like a
That
baseball
was,
player.
that was my game. when I was
PSA
playing.
10. First Bowman, red,
Speed.
chrome.
One tool. I was a
Kinda
one
looks
tool.
like- Kinda looks like you during the pandemic.
It was a
era.
one.
They-
Well, yeah,
I already know.
This sold February 13th of this year. It had 46 bids.
Okay, based on the last card, I know this is the fake out. I'm gonna guess that this sold for more than that auto that we just saw. That was an
Oh, you think
SGC.
we're playing mind games here?
What do you? Wait, yeah, you're-
3,500.
Oh,
Again, the parallel collectors, they're not about that. They're not about that. In
This sold for
baseball.
more than the auto that we just saw.
oh, he's confident. You guys working
1,300.
together? Ooh, 1,600. See, me and Dan are on the same page here.
Because
1,600.
we understand. We get it.
Actual price.
He's gonna have to bring out the
think-
calculator.
I
That
So.
means it's
think I
between
know.
me and Dan.
I think I know, but I'm just checking.
It's between me and Dan then.
Just
No, it's the difference
checking.
between your pick and I think my pick. The difference between the. It's not,
I don't think we
it's
have to
probably
do-
like
I
in
don't
the-
think we have to do a lot
It's
of
in
math
the
if it's-
2000s. It's got to be.
Okay. I just wanted to. I mean, I should have been more sure, but anyway, my math skill's not good. Actual price, $2,751, which means C-Rat.
What? By how much?
It's the
What did he
win.
guess?
Wait,
3,500.
Can we get?
Yeah.
Can we get Shane over here to do some math?
3,500, and it was a 6, and then there was about a 750 difference, and that was the closest.
I knew it was sold more than the SGC
Dude,
auto, dude. I knew it because it's a PSA 10.
And I will say-
card collectors are
I'm
weird
starting
like
to.
that,
I'm starting to
dude.
think
Carroll's
like
really
Conrad's just got a read on Cody now. I don't think it's the cards. I think he just has an idea of
there's
like.
telekinesis happening where no, but and frankly, Corbin Carroll is really popular among collectors, and he is really good, really good.
But it doesn't have the auto on it.
Dude,
doesn't
I
have
just
the
wanted
auto.
I personally wanted to make a point too because it shows that PSA is still the number 1 leader in grading, right? And people will pay more for a card that's not even an autograph for a similar prospect.
PSA 10.
PSA 10.
Man.
We still want to do the last one?
Yeah, I got to get on the board, man.
All right, this is just to get on the board. Here we go. This is Brett Beatty, not Batty, which I learned on.
Whoa, excuse me.
Oh, it's not Betty?
I know.
Shut it off. Let's go home.
I was saying Batty because I'm
Man,
like,
There's no E in there.
I mean,
Baby.
you play baseball with a bat. Batty. It's too good, apparently. It was too good to be true. So he's Beatty, not Batty.
well,
Beatty.
he's
It's French.
but he is batty.
I mean, sure, if you want to go. I mean,
trying to
that's
pull-
what you're
whatever.
trying to do here.
I'm trying to pull a baddie out of a pack.
This is Brett Beatty.
Brett
Blue
Batty.
Refractor. Thank you. BGS 9.510 auto. If you like playing color match, the New York Mets uniform there. He is right outside of the top 20, 25, and also doesn't have a clear opening day role right now. May not be an opening day starter. Something to keep in mind, and also got hurt. So keep all those things in mind, but he is highly regarded. Number to 150, BGS 9.5, sold on February 8th of this year. It had 21 bids.
I know Brett Batty.
All right, I'm going with 1,100 on this one.
Okay.
I'm going with $650.
Going with 736.
What?
Man, you know that
Trying to hit exact, okay?
that sucks.
Because if you get
like
exact,
that, I mean,
you
I
win.
don't.
All right,
have
I'll
any-
give you
I don't
3
have any
points if you
chan-
get
like,
exact,
I'm-
dude. I'll
I
give you
have no
3
chance
points
here.
Well, actual price. This was really just to get Doug on the board. Unfortunately, he gets shut out. Dan is the winner. $405.
$650
steal.
right
I was gonna
on.
put a dollar in it.
I got
Kind
it.
of a steal.
I got it on 100%, huh? 600. Oh, so I might as well just take the whole thing then.
There you go.
No, how much? 450.
405.
405.
Kind of a steal, like I said.
I knew it.
GG, guys.
You got
GG.
to remember it. Number to 150, right?
Number to 150.
Number to 150.
Yeah.
BGS. Cody really wasn't selling on it. He's just like he got hurt. He
I was
doesn't have
trying-
a role on the team. Like
I wasn't picking that up.
we
not
have
sure if
dealt-
he can hit a ball, even
we
though
have-
his name is Batty.
we
I
have-
mean, you guys were only technically. You said 650, right? 650.
Yeah.
You guys were off by like $80 of each other.
Yeah, was close. Yeah, I mean every card we talked about was a 4-digit card, so I'm just trying to temper your expectations. That's all.
No, I mean I remember ripping that, and he was one of the main guys that
Yep.
we were looking for.
I remember that too.
JJ Blade was another one that was in that one.
Currently in Oakland Athletic,
Hell yeah.
got traded for
6.5.
AJ Puck.
So why didn't you put him on it?
I'll
Be
buy
like,
them all.
How much for his card? $7.
Yeah,
$7 now.
Greg's math is take any card and then they're an A and you divide it by a lot. To get it to the price.
By a lot.
By a lot. Anyways, that is all we got for the show. I'm a little sad because I started collecting prospecting. I didn't get a dang point this time, but there's always next time, right? So, but make sure you guys check out Mojobreak_com on Twitter and Instagram, and Mojobreak on Facebook as well. Sorry, he's making me laugh over here. And get into some breaks. We got the Cup happening. We've got lots of new releases. We got Rookies and Stars. We got Phoenix. If you want to get your own box, go to mojobreakshop.com, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of The Hype.